Oh, there. Okay.
Happy greetings, everyone. My name is Crystal Forman. I am the owner and educator for Holistic Wellness and Health. Holistic Wellness and Health makes healthy living easy, delicious, nutritious, and fun, with a focus on plant-based foods to help you live a healthier, more vibrant life. We offer health coaching, medication, cooking classes, as well as gardening. So we've started adding that in as well. So I'm going to go in and get started. We're doing carrot dishes today. We're going to do a carrot soup as well as carrot cake bliss balls. So I'm going to get started with our carrot soup. And we are using organic carrots, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, ginger, curry, paprika, and veggies, water. Basically, we're going to use our own stock base. So we're going to come on over to the kitchen and get started with that. Actually, before we do that, let me just go in and show you all. I'm going to use fresh ginger for this. You can use ginger powder as well. But if you have fresh ginger, you're just going to peel, take it upside down and just kind of use your knife or a spoon to take the skin off of it. If it's an organic ginger and you don't care, because this is a blended soup, you can leave the skin on if it's organic. I'm just going to take it off. I don't really necessarily want the extra fiber in this dish, but you can use it. Completely up to you. So for anyone who's watching the replay, make sure you tag my name or the name of the business and ask any questions, and then I will be able to see it. If you're here live, say hi. If you can hear me okay, just give me a thumbs up just so I know that you can hear me. So these dishes are very simple. Carrots are great to eat this time of year just to help build up our immune system. The ginger here is very fragrant and has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, which we also want right now. It's allergy season, and there are also various flus going around. So this is just something that's beneficial to consume in your meals regularly, and even making fresh ginger tea every day is a good idea, especially right now. I'm also going to add in our fresh garlic here. So because this is a blended soup, I don't necessarily need to mince it. All of this is going in a pan first to cook. So it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be all blended. Alright, so that's all ready to go. We're going to go over to our stove. I've already put our oil in the pan. Stove up. So, put it back up for me. So we have our carrots over here already diced, and our onions as well. I'm going to go ahead and put my onions in. I've already diced them. They don't have to be diced too small just because it's going to all be blended.
Mm-hmm. Cousin Rosita says hi.
Hi, Cousin Rosita. So I have it on high heat. I'm just going to let it get a little translucent. And then I'll add our fresh ginger and garlic to that. I don't want to put the garlic in too soon because I don't want it to burn. So I have this on high heat. Just going to let this get a little translucent here. Onions are great to eat. You should eat onions and garlic every day to help with inflammation, as well as to help build up your immune system. They're very high in minerals and fiber as well. So it's just great to eat on a regular basis. It's great if you have hypertension or blood pressure issues. You can use it for that as well. Just let that cook for a little bit. So I'm going to use, I've been using vegan base, broth base. You can use bouillon cubes as well instead of using soup stock. You can make your own soup stock as well, but I've been using this with water. It's easier to travel with. It doesn't go bad. Doesn't take as much room, and you can control how much sodium you're putting in your food when you use this. So you can decide how much you want to use and how much flavor you want added to your food. So I know the last time I did a potato soup, I used that in water, and I think a few people were concerned that it's going to be a bland soup. but it was actually very flavorful. I got the thumbs up from my family. So it was very good, flavorful soup. Alright, I'm going to go in and add my fresh ginger and garlic to this. Just let that cook for a few minutes. It's all very fragrant, very aromatic. And just keep that cooking for a minute. So carrots, we're going to add that. They're very high in vitamin A and C. And give that a coat. And coat it in oil. Then we're going to add my 4 cups of water. And in a couple of heaping tablespoons of my broth base here. You can find this broth base at Giant, Safeway. A lot of stores carry it now. You just want to make sure it says vegan. This is the chicken flavor, and then they also have a veggie flavor. They're both delicious. I'm going to add just a little nutritional yeast, about a tablespoon of that. Nutritional yeast has a nice cheesy flavor, and it's high in B vitamins, specifically B12. It's really useful if you have stress. Any nerve pain. It's great for your entire nervous system, so you definitely want to make sure you're getting B12, especially this time of year and with everything that's going on. It's great to just supplement. As you get older, over 40, your B12 naturally starts to decrease. Also, if you take antibiotics, it destroys the good bacteria in your gut, and that can help decrease the amount of B12 you have as well. So this is just a delicious way to get your B12 supplement in. It's also high in zinc and folate, so great supplement to take. And it's delicious. Just stir that all in. So to this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of paprika.
Which paprika is that?
This is just regular paprika. This is not the smoked paprika. I know a lot of people know I love to use smoked paprika. This is just regular paprika in this one. Yeah. And this is curry powder. I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon. This is a half teaspoon measuring, so that's why I did it twice. It's a little black pepper. And just stir it all in.
Would you say that was a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper?
About 1/8.
Oh, okay.
About 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. You can add more if you want. I might add some red pepper flakes. The recipe doesn't call for red pepper flakes, but I think I want to put some red pepper flakes in here today. So I always tell people to make it your own. So, and it's also just good to kind of switch your recipes up so you don't get bored with it. So just a little bit of red pepper flakes in here. That's less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just want a little kick, a little flavor to it. I actually don't like my food to be too spicy. Like not too hot spicy. I like to taste my food. I don't like my tongue to tingle. So not too much anyway. So I don't make my food too spicy. But you can add more pepper or red pepper flakes if you want to. So I think that's everything in there. I did not add any salt because I used the broth base, but if you wanted to add some salt, this would be a good time to do that. So I'm going to put my top on, and then we can come back over here. Where did my top? Actually, oh, here it is. Yeah, you can bring back over here. So you can show these dates. So we have the fresh Majol dates. We're going to go in and get started with our carrot cake bliss balls. So we have pitted and whole. So pitted dates are ideal for this. You don't have to actually take the pits out yourself. But today I'm actually using the whole dates. So this is what it looks like. It's a very nice soft date, and it has the pit inside. So you want to open that up and take the pit out. Because this is going in a food processor, if you don't do that, it'll hurt the blades of your food processor. So just make sure you just open it and pick that out. So here's another one. It has like a little top on some of them, so just want to open it once again and take that pit out and that little top there as well. And that's what you're left with. So this recipe calls for 2 cups of desiccated coconut, 12 medjool dates, 2 carrots, just coarsely chopped, and sunflower butter, cinnamon, and a little bit of salt and vanilla extract. All right. So last time I used the food processor, I showed you all like a little trick of leaving the S blade in, as well as the shredder. So this is our S blade. This is what's going to mix our dough, and then the shredder on here as well. So I'm going to actually put the carrots through with everything else in here as well. So I'm going to go in and add my dates. These dates do not need to be soaked. If you don't have medjool dates, you can use other dates. There's a date called Glette. It's very nice and moist as well. Or if you don't have that, you can just get a regular dates that you normally see in the store and soak it in some water so it can like get a little soft, because these dates are basically like caramel. They're very soft and gooey and just very sweet as well. So have that in. I'm going to add my cinnamon. So this is 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of my vanilla extract. This is pure vanilla extract. If you don't have the vanilla extract, it's not a big deal. It'll taste good without it as well. You can also use almond extract, that'd be good. This is sunflower seed butter. I'm going to use that today, so it'll make it more allergy friendly if you're making this for a potluck or an event. Sunflower butter is a good one to use. If you don't have that, peanut butter works really well with this recipe as well. Because this is natural and doesn't have any hydrogenated oils in it, you'll see that the oils on top, it's like separated. So a lot of natural butters do that. Just stir it in. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of this into our food processor. And that's it. If you wanted to, you could add some raisins or cranberries to this as well, but I'm going to leave it like this. Put my top back on. And then I'm going to process it. I'm going to put the carrots through here. So this is basically what you have. It's like a little batter. And you're just going to take your hands and roll it into little balls. So it's nice and moist here. Some carrots have a little more moisture in it than others, so depending on what you're using, you might need to add a little moisture to it, but this is very moist right now. Make sure it holds together. And then just roll it into little balls. And put it in the refrigerator and it'll be ready. So I'm going to do several of these. This recipe is located on, it's actually in one of the books on the website, Holistic-Wellness and Health. There's a sugar-free guide. It's has 5 sugar-free recipes, and this is one of the recipes that's in that little ebook. It's free to download. And so as soon as you go to the website, it's the very first thing you see. If you're looking at this at the beginning of April, because I'm actually going to be updating the website soon with some other guides and materials, information for you all since it's spring. But the guide will still be available somewhere else on the website. You can probably go to the gift section and you'll find it there. Just continue to make these into little balls. And then you'll put them in the refrigerator. If you want to be, if you're impatient, you can actually eat it just like this as well. But just go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. At least get most of them in the refrigerator so that you can have them for later. And the sunflower butter will help it like hold together really well. So I will continue to do that in a minute. I'm going to go wash my hands and we're going to go and check up on our soup right now. Does anyone have any questions?
No.
I'll let you just focus on that while I wash my hands. So make sure you check us out. If you're watching this from someone else's page, make sure you like Holistic Wellness and Health. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Holistic Wellness and Health with no spaces. Twitter, Holistic Wellness with no E in the nest part of wellness. And then you can also make sure you join our Facebook group, Healthy Vibrant Life with Holistic Wellness and Health. So, is there any questions? So that is boiling really well. It's been about 15 minutes. Just going to let it continue on. It smells great. Can you do me a favor and just kind of show this again? I'm going to get my...
What do you think about adding coconut milk to this, like, or having coconut milk be a substitute for some of the water?
I think that would be awesome. Give it more. So it has like an Indian smell right now with the curry. So I think that would be good. I see we have a question.
Yes. What is the name of the Facebook group so I can join?
It's Healthy Vibrant Life with Holistic Wellness and Health. And there'll be 3 questions. Just answer those, and I will admit you as soon as I get on my computer. Yeah. And there's a lot of recipes in there. I usually post 1 recipe a week, as well as like every week we have like a different thing we're focusing on, different challenge. Last week we talked about coconut oil and doing oil pulling. This week we are talking about getting your greens in. So, and making sure you're eating enough greens every single day. So we're challenging each other to get at least 5 in. So it is a great accountability group. We have a lot of information in there as well. Yeah. So the goal is to get our carrots here softer. And then I will be able to either blend it or use a stick blender. I'm going to actually use the stick blender. It's not tender enough yet. So I'm just going to put my lid back on. This.
So again, what are we cooking today?
So we are making carrot soup. This is going to be a blended soup. And we are making carrot cake bliss balls. So we just finished the carrot cake bliss balls. It's very simple, easy dish if you have a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can actually grate the carrots. Everything else is pretty much ready and shredded. You just have to use your hands to mix it all together.
And one last time, what is the name of the the group that you were talking about?
Okay, so it's Healthy Vibrant, V-I-B as in boy, R-A-N-T. So Vibrant Life with Holistic Wellness and Health. And this holistic with an H, not a W. So Healthy Vibrant Life. So if you do like a search in Facebook in groups, you type that in, that should come right up. It'll you'll see like the Apple logo. And just answer the questions, and I will let you all into the group. Yeah. So let's come back over. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go in and finish rolling these out, and then once that's done, I'm going to actually put a few of these in the freezer. But roll the rest of these out right now. Does anyone have any other questions?
Oh, yes. No, that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. So earlier today I did a Facebook Live. I showed people how to do gardening using hay or straw bale. So if you all want to check that out, it's still up and available. You can also make sure you check out the YouTube channel. If you do a search for Holistic Wellness and Health and you see the Apple logo, that's the page, and go in and subscribe. I have some cooking videos on there as well as some gardening videos. I did some container gardens. which is great for people who have like limited space or they don't want to do a whole lot right away. It's a great way to start gardening and getting some food and herbs growing. I'm just gonna continue to make these. There are a couple of ways to make these. So if you do just a search for Bliss balls, there are a lot of different ones out there. You can add mangoes, great for this. You can add apples. So this reminds me of carrot cakes. That's why I call it the carrot cake Bliss ball. But you can add different veggies and fruit, mostly fruit, and get just different textures and different flavors. And this is fun for kids to do too. But let them get their hands in here and just roll them up. So I'm going to finish a few more of these up.
Yes, since you have a food processor here, if you wanted to experiment with different nut butters, you could make your own pecan butter or walnut butter if
Definitely.
you're going for the carrot cake taste and feel.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find pecan butter. You can find it at some of the organic stores or gourmet stores. But yes, that would be really cool to make your own. And then, because a lot of carrot cakes do have pecans in it. Or pecans, depending on where you're from.
Right.
And yeah, so that would be really, really cool. And plus, if you buy it, if you do find some place to buy it, it's kind of pricey. So it's really cool if you can just go in and make it yourself. Yeah. I want to eat one of these. I'm going to wait. Wait. We're going to eat dinner together. And then I will get into these. So I'm going to go wash my hands again and just focus on that, and I'm going to get the stick blender out. Anyone have any questions?
No.
Keep it over there. So I'm gonna with the soup you can use a blender or you can use a stick blender or a hand blender, it's sometimes known as. So you can come back over this way.
So again, what all went into the Bliss balls?
So our Bliss balls have desiccated coconut. We put dates in there. We use Majol dates, which are like a nice plump sweet date. It's kind of like caramels, basically like nature's candy. Then we also put in cinnamon, a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, vanilla extract, of course the carrots, and sunflower butter. If you don't have sunflower butter, you can use another nut butter or peanut butter works as well. We'll just check on our soup. Oh yeah, it's starting to get nice and tender. The smaller you cut the carrots, the faster they cook.
So you could eat the soup either this way or blend it, right?
Yeah, so you can eat this just as it is. Just like a nice, healthy, anti-inflammatory soup. You can just eat it just like this, or you can blend it. Let me check to see if anybody wants it non-blended. Family, does anyone want it non-blended? The soup? Blended? All right. Sometimes people like to have like chunks and makes them feel fuller, but they like the potato soup that I did, so I think they'll like this one as well. I'm going to turn this off for now, let it cool down just a little bit. Then I'll start using our stick blender. So if I was using a regular blender, you want to make sure you take the top off because this is very hot. If you don't take the top or let it vent some, it can cause an explosion from the pressure buildup. So you can just put like a towel on top of it. That's what I did for the potato soup. So if you want to see how to blend with a blender, check out the potato soup recipe, the video for that. And I'll put a link to it in this video so you can just check it out. So I'll do that later. And you can see how you can blend a hot soup safely in a blender, because it's definitely going to be safe for you in the kitchen. So I'm going to start this on low. So this is just a stick blender. Get this going. And being careful. So I did it on low first just to test it out. I'm going to put it on high now. And you can control, some people like their soup kind of chunky, like not super smooth. It's totally up to you. If you're using a regular blender, you also want to do it in batches, because I'm using a stick blender, you can just go and do it right in the pot that it's in. Especially if you're using a metal one with a metal wand. Some of them have plastic, but you can use stainless steel. That's optimum. And you can find them at the thrift store. You can find them at Goodwill. I've seen them there. So you can find them at different thrift stores as well, instead of buying it new. So you can see the texture starting to change. So I'm kind of just lifting it up here and there, just making sure I get the carrots right inside of the blade, and the onions as well. So I lifted it up just a little bit. Just to help it blend through. You kind of see the carrots are kind of going under as well. So I'm just going to do this for a little bit longer. So for those who are not familiar with this type of blender, the stick blender is really easy to use. Some people use it for different types of drinks as well.
If you're shopping for one, you might find it under the keywords immersion blender.
Yes. It's also known as an immersion blender. You're putting it under the liquid. So it's almost done. So if I want it even creamier, I can do that. If you have a Vitamix, it'll come out super smooth. Or a high-powered blender as well. Ventex. Awesome as well. Let's check to see if there's a few more carrot chunks. And that's it. So we are ending actually right on time. So does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
Awesome. So thank you all for tuning in. If you're catching the replay, just do #replay. Tag me if you want me to answer any questions about this. This is a nice, simple dish. Yes, I see you have a question.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. So Davita says that she loves her immersion blender, and she got it about a year ago, and it makes soup a whole lot easier.
It does make it a lot easier. Like if you don't have this, that's fine. You can still make the soup without it. It's just another tool to have, or you can just use the blender, like I said earlier. If you don't have any of that, you can actually hand mash it with a potato masher. You can do that as well, so that will work. It won't do the onions as well, but it'll definitely mash up the carrots. Or you can just eat it as a hearty soup. So, is there anything else? Awesome. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you're following us at Holistic Wellness and Health. Check out the website, holistic-wellnessandhealth.com. And this is Crystal Forman, your plant-based health and wellness educator and expert, teaching you how to live a healthy and vibrant life. Peace and blessings, and stay healthy.